In this video, I'm going to show you a whole different side to Varanasi. A side that tourists don't go to. I am terrible at cricket. Some things that even locals might not know. The modern, the old, hidden temples, and wonderful quiet alleys full of character. Come with me and explore this very different side to this great city. Now there's going to be a lot going on in Varanasi for the next couple of days. It's going to be a super interesting time to be here, but I want to show you something a little bit different. So we're going to start this off going to the north of Varanasi, an area that tourists don't really go, but a very interesting kind of old city area. And also there's a new ghat there, the Namo ghat, which has become very, very popular. Let's go check it out. So this that I just walked past is the festival that's going on at the moment. We're going to come back to that a bit later and I'll tell you a lot more about it. And this is the Namo ghat. Completely different from the ghats back in central Varanasi. Very, very modern, very, very different vibe. Wow, it's like a whole different place. One thing in Varanasi never changes. Even from the little train. This is just fantastic. As soon as I saw this train going seemingly too fast, honking its horn, there was no way I wasn't going to get on this. What a wonderful place. It is just so obscure and different. There he goes again. So as I understand it, this new modern ghat was one of Modi's projects. He wanted to modernise while still keeping tradition, so we have this modern ghat with a pizza hut here. There's even a helipad here, the only helipad actually down by the Ganga. Well, buying a bottle of water there required countless selfies and posing for pictures, but hey, it's all good, it's all so friendly. What a wonderful place, it's totally for the locals here, you don't see any more tourists. Absolutely wonderful coming out here, great start to the day. That was a really interesting and unique experience coming out here. But right next door to this, we've got a very, very different side of Varanasi. The archaeological side of the real old part of the city. So this archaeological site that we're at now, it's actually the side of where Varanasi as a city started. Standing watch over the archaeological site here, we've got the tomb of Lal Khan. He was a minister in Varanasi in the 18th century. And it's kind of small, but it's also quite beautiful and intricate. Now the obvious thing to think would be that the city spread out southwest along the Ganga, filling out the Varanasi that we know today. But it actually didn't. It actually spread west from here. What we call the old city along the Ganga is not as old. Supposedly the old city in its current form dates back about 400 years or so. Of course, there's temples there that have been there a lot longer, some destroyed, some rebuilt, but this is the true old heart of the city. And the really surprising thing here, there's really hardly anyone here, other than a scattering of people. No one's coming here for such an important site. But coming here, I am a little confused by the makeup of these buildings. And what we see right here, it looks like it was once a large building, but there's actually no space for doorways, and some of the rooms simply don't make sense. Is it that when this was being excavated, when it was being rebuilt into what we see today, it was just done wrongly? I don't really know, and there's no real history on show about this. If you do know anything, please let me know in the comments below. You see this section here, we've got effectively small spaces for rooms, but it makes no sense. If these walls were high, there would be no way to get between. Over here, there's absolutely no entranceway to this small area. Would love to know what this is all about. So Nandan, you were telling me earlier about the ancient pilgrimage map of Varanasi. Can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Well, you know, Varanasi, the city itself is actually a mathematical formula based on ancient architectural city planning. So in this city we have these so many sacred patterns and which have always been followed, by the pilgrims, and they have become kind of a pilgrimage route. So here it is an ancient pilgrimage map of the city, and in this map you can see how they have tried to explain this entire sacred culture of the city, or entire sacred explanation of the city. It is said that the city of Varanasi is situated on the trident of Lord Shiva, and in this map here you can see that there is a trident shown, and here it is a Shiva lingam, and it is Nandi, and on top of this trident of Shiva we have this whole sacred city of Varanasi situated. You must have heard the word Varanasi. It's actually two words, Varuna and Asi, two different rivers. And in this map here you can see it's the Varuna river, and here it is the confluence of Varuna with Ganga.
Ah, yes.
And this is the Asi river, and here is the confluence of Asi with Ganga. And in between this area is the most powerful sacred zone of the ancient city of Kashi. So as per that sacred geometry of the city of Kashi, the city of Kashi is divided into three sacred zones. These are named Omkar Khand, Visheshwar Khand, and Kedar Khand. So basically we are in this area of the Omkar Khand, which is the northern part of Varanasi, and now we will be going further north in those back alleyways to explore how this ancient city of Kashi looks like in its northern zone.
All right, well, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
So the name Kashi, for anyone watching this who doesn't know, this is actually an ancient name for Varanasi. Looks quite lively down here, a lot of splashing going on in the water. This wonderful colour from these ladies' incredible dresses. I understand this is the look of Rajasthan. And this is what I love about India. It's really a place of such contrasts, so colourful. Just completely different things happening everywhere, but life happening everywhere. So I've stopped here at the Raj Ghat. This is right next door to the Namo Ghat, but it's like a completely different world. This is really just like the old style Varanasi, not the modern new Varanasi that we saw just literally next door. Now let's head on up the river towards the alleyways and city parts that we're heading towards. We've got a game of cricket going on here, right by the water. You wouldn't think that was a good idea, but I'm sure these boys are doing it right. I can't believe you're playing cricket just by the water here. Now, I am terrible at cricket, but do you mind if I have a go? Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh. Oh no, go easy on me. Whoa, I actually hit it. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, thank you. I can't believe I hit it. That for me is very, very good. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, it's time to step away from the riverside into the back alleys. So that's where the sound's coming from. I thought it was coming from within the temple somehow, but it's just some big, big loudspeakers outside. Don't know what's going on in here. Let's follow the goat in. Ah, nice little market. This really does feel just completely different to what I'm used to from Varanasi. Such a different side. It really feels almost like being in another city, another place. It still seems like a slightly disconcerting thing when you come face to face with a massive bull in the middle of the street. But of course, it's not really. It's different to our home. They're not dangerous here. They're used to humans and humans are used to them. They're just part of the family. Oh, good chai is always delicious. You see these all over the alleyways of the old city, where pieces from destroyed former temples are made into these lovely little shrines. Beautiful buildings just hidden in the alleyways here. Come out of the dark alleyways to this lovely scene, some nice sunlight coming down here, making the colours of the building look beautiful. A couple of sleepy dogs there, and one big sleepy bull. Only in Varanasi.
So this is this beautiful building I was talking you about, which has a hidden temple inside dedicated to Lord Rama.
Ah yes, this is the temple that you were telling me about, where it had some image, something to do with the eyes.
Exactly. You know, in this through this particular image of the deity inside the temple, they have tried to present a beautiful story of how, you know, in this culture, how women are seen. For an example, when we go inside, you will notice that the deities are Lord Rama, his brother Lakshman, and his wife Sita. And you will notice one thing, that Mother Goddess Sita's eyes are looking at the hearts of her husband Ram, and the god Lakshman's eyes are looking at the feet of the Mother Goddess Sita. Because in this culture, you know, out of respect, it is said that Lakshman never saw any part of body other than the feet of the Mother Goddess Sita.
Ah, right, okay. And that's within this temple?
Exactly. This is the thing they have tried to depict it through the statue which is inside.
Okay, and this temple, this is also the one I think you were saying earlier, that there used to be a saint here, and he was gifted this building by the Rajasthan royal family?
Exactly, yeah. So he was actually a devotee of Lord Rama, and the statue which is inside was this is what he used to worship right by the riverside, and this building was gifted to him by the queen of the royal family of Jaipur, who have their another palace near to the main ghat.
Hello! So what we come across here, you might remember at the start of the video, we went past a building with some very loud music playing and a figure in the background. Well, this is another example of that. So what this is a once a year celebration for the goddess of knowledge. And this is very popular with students. These figures of the goddess of knowledge are present in all of these, all over the city. The day before, the faces are covered, and then on the actual day of the celebration, today, they're uncovered, and the party starts. Look at the detailing on this building. That is absolutely fantastic. You just pass around the corner, through another alleyway, and you come across this. It's the magic around here. Lots more cows and bulls around here as well than you see in the central parts of Varanasi. This temple behind me is dedicated to Ashwini Kumar. In Hindu scripture, he's the god of science and medicine. So there's actually another little temple just here, and I'm lucky enough to be invited inside. But you see how small the entranceway is? It's going to be pretty hard for me to get through there. But why is that? Well, that's because you're supposed to bow on the way in traditional houses like this as a sign of respect. So the small door forces you to bow. Oh. So in the courtyard here, we see a basil plant. And that's kind of strange to see. Why would that be? Well, it's actually very well respected in Hindu culture, and it's worshipped like a goddess. And what a beautiful view here we have of the Ganga. Never expected this, wandering into this little doorway to this hidden temple. Wow. Oh, that is very tight. Oh, that was elegant, wasn't it? So I've just come across this little hidden temple, and this is particularly interesting because it's hidden about 30 foot deep. And why is that? Well, during invasions in the older days of Varanasi, the temples had to be hidden to protect them, and there's actually a ceremony going on right now. And here we go, thoroughly back out to the chaos. That was such a lovely, peaceful part, the more northerly part of the city. This is back now more to the Varanasi I know. It's also got its charms, but in a very, very different way. Now I'm really back in the centre of Varanasi and it shows. The crowds are getting pretty crazy here. But I'm right by the Sri Kashi Vishwanath temple, known as the Golden Temple. This is a very, very important temple in the city. And the queues of people waiting to get in shows that. I can't believe how long the queues go on for. It's absolutely crazy. Both sides. Well, even on this side, the queue just seems to go on and on and on. With the crowd heading towards the main ghat for the evening aarti. This is going to be crazy down there. Absolutely not going that way today. Normally there's just traffic right here. And that's it. I've really enjoyed seeing this unique and different side of the city. Nandan has been an absolute legend, showing me around and also opening doors that probably would have been closed otherwise. If you need a great guide in Varanasi, I've left his contact details in the description below. Do look him up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me next time.